Will everyone please rise and be standing for our national anthem?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red gleam, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, sing and spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Please be seated. Good afternoon, and welcome to California State University Northridge's 53rd annual commencement and the 20th commencement of the College of Engineering and Computer Science. My name is S.K. Ramesh. I'm the Dean of the College of Engineering and Computer Science, and at this time, it is my pleasure to introduce to you the members of the Platform Party here with us today. I will ask that the members of the Platform Party to please stand when I call your name to be recognized and then be seated. And audience, if you could please hold your applause until the entire party has been introduced. Starting with the front row, on your right, we have Dr. Jolene Kester, President, Dr. Harry Hillenbrand, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. William Watkins, Vice President for Student Affairs and Dean of Students, Dr. Ali Amini, Chair of the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering. On your left, in the first row, Mr. Michael Gross, our keynote speaker, Mr. Peter Beal, our student speaker today, who's graduating with a bachelor's degree in computer engineering, and Dr. Nagwa Bakir, the Associate Dean of our college. In the second row, on your right, we have Mr. Nicholas Timinskis, Class of 2009, Computer Science Bachelor's Degree graduate, representing the Alumni Association today. Ms. Marianne Afifi, the Administrator in charge of the University Library. Dr. Nazra Dermenjian, Chair of the Civil Engineering and Applied Mechanics Department. Professor Ben Mallard from the Electrical and Computer Engineering Department, who is going to be one of our name readers today. And in the same row, on your left side, we have Professor Steven Stepanek, Chair of the Computer Science Department and Faculty President. Dr. Besard Bavarian, Chair of the Department of Manufacturing Systems Engineering and Management. Dr. Bob Ryan from the Mechanical Engineering Department, and one of our other name readers today. In the last row on your right, we have Professor Bruno Osorno from the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering, and our mace bearer today, Ms. Hilary Baker, Vice President for Information Technology and Chief Information Officer, and Mr. Tom McCarran, Vice President for Administration and Finance and Chief Financial Officer. And finally, in the last row on your left, we have Dr. Hamid Johari, Chair of the Department of Mechanical Engineering, Dr. Barbara Gross, Chief of Staff for the President, and Dr. Vance Peterson, Vice President for University Advancement. Please join me in giving the platform party a big hand. Thank you. I would now like to recognize the faculty and staff of the college who contribute so much to the education of our students. Will the faculty and staff please rise? Please join me in appreciating their wonderful contributions. Please be seated. It is now my great pleasure to invite Dr. Jolene Kester, President of California State University, Northridge, to make her remarks. President Kester.
Good afternoon and welcome to all of you in the class of 2011 College of, let's see, which college is this? Engineering and Computer Science. I knew all the time. I bet you did too. Are you out there, graduates? Let me hear you. Every year I am asked by people in the community to describe the students at Cal State Northridge. So I would like you to help me describe this year's graduating class from this college. How many of you are going to graduate in 5 years? I'm not even going to try 4. How many of you are going to graduate in 5 years? Well, there's a few of you, you're loud. How many of you are on at least the 6-year plan? Right, you can be loud, it's okay. It's okay. I'm not going to ask, I'm not going to go above 6. How many of you are graduate students? How many of you graduate students have your undergraduate degree from Cal State Northridge? How many of you undergraduates have changed majors during the time that you've been here? That's why it's taken 8 years, right, rather than 4 or 5. How many of you have worked while you've gone to school here at Cal State Northridge? How many of you come from families in which English is not the family's language? How many of you represent the first generation in your family to go on to college? How many of you have been involved in a club or organization while you've been here? How many of you think you've got an idea for a hot product, something that you're going to innovate or engineer when you get out of here and make a lot of money? How many of you already have a job? All right, you're doing all right. Thank you so much. We hope when you leave here that you will be proud of the education that Cal State Northridge has provided you. We are proud of you now. We will be even more proud of you when you leave here and work to make the world that you are a part of a better place. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, President Kester. At this time, I'd like to invite our Associate Dean, Dr. Nagwa Bakir, to recognize our outstanding students. Dr. Bakir.
We want to recognize 3 groups of honor students. The first group consists of graduating members of Tau Beta Pi, the Engineering Honor Society, and Eta Kappa Nu, the Electrical Engineering Honor Society. The second group are those graduating students who have participated in the College Honors Co-op program. The third group is all the students who received the Scholastic Honors Award or an award for personal achievement at honor convocation. Will all graduating students from Tau Beta Pi, Eta Kappa Nu, and Honors Co-op, and those who received awards at the honor convocation, please rise and be recognized. Please be seated. Each year, the faculty select outstanding undergraduate and graduate students to honor from each program. I would now like to present these outstanding graduates. Please rise as I call your names and remain standing. The Outstanding Baccalaureate Degree Award recipients are Anna Tibleskaya, and Michael Rafael Sosa in the Civil Engineering and Applied Mechanics Department. Alejandro Nijmakin in the Computer Science Department. Ivan Ivakniuk and Harinda Wiwala in the Electrical and Computer Engineering Department. Omar and Nema in the Manufacturing System Engineering and Management Department. And Marius Servin in the Mechanical Engineering Department. The Outstanding Master's Degree Award recipients are Adhemar Flores Valdivia from the Civil Engineering and Applied Mechanics Department. Christopher Noah Gutierrez from the Computer Science Department. Korosh Afshari Alibad from the Electrical and Computer Engineering Department. Ryan Joseph Buja Mukherjee and Sambrada Raghunatha from the Manufacturing System Engineering and Management Department. And Ali Reza Shatzarin from the Mechanical Engineering Department. Please join me in congratulating these exceptional graduates. Please be seated. I will now call on Dean Ramesh to make a special introduction.
Thank you, Dr. Bakir. Beginning this year, the College of Engineering and Computer Science would like to recognize the top graduating senior from the college with special recognition and a plaque as the Distinguished College of Engineering and Computer Science Graduating Scholar. Well, right away, we have an exception. We have a unique situation this year with two recipients. I'm going to call out their names and invite them up to the stage. Nicholas Kiava is graduating with a BS in Mechanical Engineering with a minor in Electrical Engineering with a grade point average of 4.0. And his twin brother, Matthew Kiava, who's graduating with a BS in Electrical Engineering with a GPA of 3.98. Nicholas and Matthew were also the college's nominees for the university's top graduating senior, the Wilson Scholar Award. Nicholas and Matthew, come on up. Congratulations. Maybe in front?
Yeah, in the front.
Gentlemen, please be seated. We're proud of your achievements. Dr. Bakir.
Now I am pleased to introduce our student speaker, Mr. Peter Beal. Peter is graduating today with a Bachelor of Science in Computer Engineering. He was elected Vice President of Lambda Beta Chapter of Eta Kappa Nu, the Electrical and Computer Engineering Honor Society, and has also represented the college as a senator with associated students. Please join me in welcoming our student speaker, Mr. Peter Beal.
Thank you, Dr. Bakir. And on behalf of the students of the College of Engineering and Computer Science, I would like to welcome you all, especially President Kester and Provost Hillenbrand, as well as all of our respected faculty and staff and department chairs. I would be remiss in my speaking duties if I were to start without a joke, so here goes. The game. And now for an inspirational story. On a weekend in March, over 1,000 high school students gathered at the Long Beach Arena for the first robotics Los Angeles regional competition. Robots from around the country, including one from as far away as Chile, gathered to compete at this event. One team, the Bagel Bites, number 702 from Culver City, were struggling early Friday when, in a mid-morning match, the ominous magic smoke began to billow from the robot. Shortly thereafter, the orange flames of doom erupted in a small electrical fire. The match was stopped immediately, and instead of admitting defeat in the face of such tragedy, they decided to work with at least 6 other teams for a full hour to rebuild the robot. Renaming her the Phoenix, she literally rose from the ashes to win their next 2 matches in the face of such playful reminders as Disco Inferno and Great Balls of Fire being played over the PA. This was not an isolated incident. It shows a glimpse of the indomitable spirit that every engineer possesses in the face of difficult odds. In fact, the very foundation of this country and modern society as a whole is built upon engineering. Without civil engineers, the millions of miles of interconnecting highways and great works of art like the Golden Gate and Brooklyn Bridges would never have existed. Without electrical and computer engineers, our vast power and communications infrastructure would leave us cut off from the world around us. Without mechanical engineers, the first steam engines would not have given rise to trains and later planes to allow for faster and faster travel between cities. Without manufacturing systems engineers, the simplest of amenities that we enjoy from day to day would be in short supply. And without the computer scientists, tools like Google and Wikipedia would have remained a simple thought and thus keeping our access to new ideas and information limited. We will, of course, forgive them for creating Skynet and bringing about the robot revolution. But can you imagine a world with no internet, no cell phones, hybrid cars, microwave ovens, or worst of all, Twitter? Or a world where a select few waited months in line for their very own handmade iPhone. Wait a minute, that already happens? Never mind. But the world would be a much darker and much lonelier place without engineers. It is my belief that the ideas and the dreams we carry from this place today will serve as a beacon to light the path to a brighter future. In closing, I echo the words of President John F. Kennedy with a little flair of my own. We choose not to become engineers now, here today, because it is easy, but because it is hard. Because that goal will serve to measure and organize the best of our energies and skills, and because the challenge of the future is one we must accept and not postpone. And it is that challenge which we intend to win. Thank you and congratulations, Starfleet Academy, class of 2011, and go Matadors.
Thank you, Peter. I will now call on Dean Ramesh to introduce our next speaker.
Thank you, Nagwa. It is now my pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker for this afternoon, Mr. Michael Gross. Let me say a few words about Michael. Michael started his career at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory at Caltech after graduating from CSUN in August of 1996. He began his professional life in the Reliability Engineering Office as a circuit analyst and an electromagnetic compatibility engineer. Throughout his career at JPL, Michael has held positions of increasing responsibility. These have included Mission Assurance Manager for the Gravity Recovery and Climate Experiment Project, Deputy Mission Assurance Manager for the Mars Exploration Rovers Project, Payload Manager for the Phoenix Mars Lander Project, and Assistant Division Manager for Flight Projects in the Autonomous Systems Division. Mike is currently the manager of the Power and Sensor Systems section and the Pre-Project Flight System Manager for the GRACE Follow-On Project. He was awarded the NASA Exceptional Service Medal in 2003, the NASA Exceptional Achievement Medal in 2009, and he's a member of Tau Beta Pi, Eta Kappa Nu, a senior member of the IEEE, and a senior member of the AIAA. Mike holds a bachelor's degree, summa cum laude, and a master's with distinction in electrical engineering, both from California State University, Northridge, and he proudly serves as a member of the college's Industry Advisory Board. Michael Gross.
Thank you, Dr. Ramesh. I really don't want to follow Peter after that great speech because a lot of what he said you're going to hear a second time, I think. And I'm having trouble with this mic. I would like to offer a warm welcome to the faculty, graduates, their family and friends on this auspicious occasion. I have to be honest with you, when I first came to Cal State Northridge as a student, there's one thing I was sure of. I did not want to be an engineer. It was really quite bad. Both my father and grandfather were engineers, and I knew without a doubt that that was not the right career path for me. I wanted to be a marine biologist. I wanted to scuba dive in exotic places and actually get paid for it. So I enrolled in the biology program, and I got a job at the Department of Water and Power in the chemistry laboratory. The dream ended almost as soon as it began. I ran experiments on mass spectrometers and gas chromatographs, but these were automated experiments. Prep the sample, put the sample in, push a button, and look at the results. This was the most boring thing I could possibly think about. Where were the research vessels heading off to tropical locales? And as I came to think about it more and more, what I realized was they were few and far between, and I was probably a long way from ever getting on one. Besides, what would I be doing on these expeditions? Would I simply be observing and reporting? Would this keep my interest piqued? The DWP students, engineers, on the other hand, were always smiling, excited, and they were definitely not bored. Was I wrong? Should I take a few engineering classes and see what would come out of it? Well, obviously, I now stand before you as the one thing I thought I would never be, and I'm thankful for that fact every day. I came to my senses with the help of the faculty of College of Engineering and Computer Science and my father. They convinced me that I couldn't be anything other than what I am, an engineer. My career opportunities would not have been possible without the outstanding faculty of Cal State Northridge and their dedication to education. I have been fortunate enough to have spent almost my entire career at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory in Pasadena. I've had the privilege of participating in the development of spacecraft whose sole purpose is for the advancement of human knowledge. Although the destinations of these spacecraft may have occasionally been the same, their purposes have been decidedly different, and that has allowed my career to be one of continual invention. This fact often brings my thoughts to Dr. Theodore von Karman, who was instrumental at founding JPL. Dr. von Karman was insistent on being called an engineer and not a scientist. I assure you he was not talking about computer scientists at the time. He said, "Scientists discover the world that exists. Engineers create the world that never was." When you think about it, this is an incredibly powerful statement. Engineers and computer scientists, by their nature and training, are able to architect, analyze, and build extremely complex systems. Engineers and computer scientists, you invent. They create. This is clearly evident when you look back at the last 120 years. The airplane, the computer, space flight, earthquake-capable structures. The list can go on and on. These are all world and life-changing developments. I count myself lucky. I've been involved in several NASA missions that have been of scientific and historical significance. I worked on the NASA Cassini spacecraft, which was developed to explore the Saturn system. The spacecraft is named after the 1600s astronomer Giovanni Cassini, who was the first person to observe 4 of Saturn's moons. The Cassini spacecraft has also had its share of firsts. It is the first and only spacecraft ever to orbit Saturn. Its observations discovered 4 additional moons previously unknown. The most impressive of its discoveries is that the Saturn's moon Titan has lakes and seas of hydrocarbons. Titan is the only other known place in the universe besides the Earth to have these features. I've worked on missions to Mars that have had significant discoveries. The credo of the Mars program has been follow the water. Where there is water, there is life. NASA's robotic missions of this millennium have been doing just that. NASA's Mars rovers discovered hematite on another planet. Hematite develops in wet, saturated conditions on Earth. Its discovery, combined with the stratification of the rocks in which it was found, has given proof that water did flow in the distant past on that planet. NASA's Phoenix lander discovered that water still exists on Mars today. The lander excavated, sampled, and analyzed frozen water buried under the regolith of the North Pole of Mars. It also disproved the long-standing ideology that the surface of Mars was acidic. In the North Polar region, it is quite basic. It is actually capable, if it was on Earth, of growing asparagus. The discoveries made by the final mission I wish to speak about have application right here in our own backyard. The mission is called the Gravity Recovery and Climate Experiment, otherwise known as GRACE. GRACE's purpose is to measure gravitational variations of the Earth's gravitational field over time. This is usually due to large mass movement. This gravitational signature is typically a result of water or ice movement. To observe this signature, the 2 GRACE satellites, nominally separated by about 200 kilometers, measure the precise distance between themselves to 2.5 micrometers. To imagine exactly how hard this is, try developing a system to measure the distance between 2 moving cars, one in Los Angeles and one in San Diego. to the accuracy of 1/10 the thickness of a human hair. Through these measurements, GRACE has done much to verify the Earth's climate change. It has observed the ice mass loss in Greenland, which has doubled in the last decade. It has verified water loss in Brazil and in California's San Joaquin Valley. Over the last 6.5 years, the San Joaquin Valley aquifers have lost as much water as Lake Mead can hold. It is clear, whether induced by man or naturally occurring, something is going on with our planet. Now, I've told you a lot about missions that I've worked on, observations that I've actually had the pleasure of being involved making. And I know what everybody is thinking. Everything discussed so far is simply observing a characteristic of this world or another. While this is true, what I'm trying to emphasize is that these observations were only made possible by the machines that engineers and computer scientists have created. These machines were created out of a need and a desire. They did not exist until engineers and computer scientists endeavored to design and build them. I have had the privilege of working with engineers and computer scientists formerly trained at Stanford, MIT, Caltech, and the best technical institutions found in countries such as Germany, France, England, and Russia. I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt that the education of students at Cal State Northridge rivals that offered by any of these institutions, and you should be proud. Today, you stand on the precipice. You are through the first gate. You will invent, create, and bring to fruition those things that haven't been imagined yet. I have no doubt that the class of 2011 will make the world a better, more sustainable, and safer place for the generations to come simply by being who you are, engineers and computer scientists. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you very much, Mike, for those inspiring remarks. As a token of appreciation, we have a small gift basket here for you, which I'd like to present to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I'll now call upon our provost, Dr. Harry Hellenbrand, to present the candidates for the Master of Science degrees. Dr. Hellenbrand.
Hope the boo wasn't for me. Will all the candidates for the Master of Science degree please stand and remain standing? Good. President Kester, I have the honor of presenting the candidates for the Master of Science degree. These candidates have completed the requirements for the master's degree as prescribed by the state of California and the trustees of the California State University, and they've been recommended by the faculty of California State University, Northridge. Please continue standing as the president confers the degree upon you.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty of California State University, Northridge, and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the California State University, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Master of Science with all of the rights, all of the honors, and most especially, all of the responsibilities associated with that degree. The marshals are going to direct you to come to the stage to receive our personal congratulations.
Thank you, President Kester. The department chairs and I would now like to offer our personal congratulations. Candidates for the Master of Science degree from Computer Science, Mechanical Engineering, and from Manufacturing Systems Engineering and Management should come forward to the ramp on your left when directed by the marshals, and likewise the candidates from the Electrical and Computer Engineering and from Civil Engineering and Applied Mechanics should come forward to the ramp on your right when directed by the marshals.
Start now. Presenting the candidates for the degree of Master of Science in Computer Science and degree of Master of Science in Software Engineering. Please have your name cards ready and proceed across the stage as your name is read.
Presenting the candidates for the degree of Master of Science in Electrical Engineering. Please have your name cards ready and proceed across the stage as your name is read.
Anusha Nataraj.
Vinakumar Atulukumar Patel.
Radhika Vaduhirthi.
Priyang J. Shah,
Talha Majid,
Louis Carbajo,
Benjamin Riviera III,
Robert John Santagrossi,
Anthony Joseph Arnold, Jr.,
Armin Ohananian,
Spurti Madugula,
Ankit Negi,
Jeremy Paul Staples,
Saurabh Patel,
Stephen Paul Almond Burns,
Salima Rahman,
Omohochi Ikiri Ojiyamaga,
Arpan P. Saith,
Christopher N. Gutierrez,
Manan S. Butt,
Arastu Shah,
Venkata Sarath Madali,
Atifa Tavakolinia,
Naveen Kumar Kadahali,
and now presenting the candidates from Mechanical Engineering. Dmitry Sibileski,
Rakesh Reddy Arabahu,
Conrad Agajanian,
Nikunji Patel,
Jignesh Kumar Patel,
Siddharth Nirmal,
Nirnay Kentital Khatri,
Changshu Lin,
Asif Vahusa,
Yuchen Kuo,
Abhay Singh Rana,
Longquan Lin,
Jatinder Sandhu,
Renuka Safri Nigmagdara,
Navnik Singh,
Naya Sri Paleru,
Navdeep Singh,
Sumani Krishna,
Zangbo Lee,
Kumar Shala,
Ryan Reed Carpenter,
Ganapathy Vedula,
Edwin Ray Luya,
Praneen Kumar Devatha,
Alexander Valdivia,
Yuval Klein,
Nicholas Eastman Klati,
Karush Asfari,
Simon Ham,
Karthik Srinivasa Chakarala,
Georgina Tusa,
Ravindra Nagareddy,
Shaheen Khalili,
Prashant Singhpurna Singh,
Yazdan Hamijani,
Abhilash Mardi,
Alireza Chatsaran,
Gutami Vinaraju,
Fermin Sanchez,
Vimpul Dilip Amarfali,
Man Kit Chan,
Hoshan Gajar,
Yuyan Felisa Chen,
Neil William Keene,
now presenting students from Manufacturing Systems Engineering, Caroline Mutari,
Dinesh Miriam,
Danielle Courtney Kusias,
Nilesh Shataman Mahale,
Ryan Jonathan Joseph,
Syed Mustasan Alam,
Imad Amritamori,
Franco Mikhalides,
Mengchi Lee,
Akil Sharma,
Chen Chen,
Reshma Rabello,
Li Chen Fu,
Jacqueline Amanda Masters,
Siwapon Monta,
Ornella Hassa,
Pooja Sapan Kumar Mukherjee,
Gina Christine Ney,
Mahira Petty,
Juliet Carrasco Mendez,
Manuel Velez,
Adriana Flores,
Fabian Alejandro Maldonado,
Edhemar Flores,
Javier Luna,
Shaheen Janagard,
Halil Ibrahim Sahin,
Sarush Askarian,
Kirill Kulidets,
Hamid Reza Faruzian,
Cyrus Moazam,
Dhiraj Vadakatu,
Siddhesh Shyam Parki.
Nero Rajesh Vindod,
Rahul Doshi.
Shikpalahan Pravura,
Vineet Sangriata.
Ronak K. Chuhan,
Jay Patel.
Hardik J. Sanjalia,
Wei Wang.
Rakesh Kumar Manabar Gohil,
Mohammad Mosa Atamimi.
Kapil Kumar Abalo,
Sasan Maknuni.
Nirav Gupta,
Shirish Agarwal.
Karanviru Kumar Jain,
Dilbag Singh.
Balmik Tendol,
Gudson Kanu Ogerechi. Kenneth Jenks. Jonathan Earl Cruz Sunyo. Tamir Mansour Agarabi. Khalid Mohammed Akayed. Bandar Abdullah Abazai. Naif Abdullah Ahawas. Manikanth Vital. Ananth Vinakota. Muhammad Asan Kamran. Wagd Al-Rabi. Hani Najim Ahotum. EJ Mar Fournissier. Sam Andrew Joyner. Oscar Kahawainga. Ashley Harrier. Jose Luis Rodriguez. Sampada Raghunatha. Manjunath Subai. Anup Subramanian. Serenas Casaromane. Na Tita. Kadera Lamar McDaniel II. Kumara Karthik Bhaskarini. Nagasuna Reddy Chala. Babak Malhilag. Amin Kochike. Sarah Giyabi. Ryan Reza Razavi. Rihanna Zamani. Ajit Babakanian. Tamin Petrosian. Armo Sapanian. R.B. Garibian. Henrik Tomasian. Saeed Farhad Sarinmer. Ranjit Singh Chuda. Srikanth Dharanikototo. Nikhil Good Tala. Sharish Kumar Akula. Card? Oh. Rohit Sharma. Nivas Chanuru. Imran Khan. Ravi Singh Daliwal. Alamber Singh Sandhu. Sandeep Singh. Sunpreet Narang. Jatinder Singh Chagar. Sandeep Randawa. Toby Mak Arugande. Stuart M. Beck. Julian Adam Schubert. Sarav Vasishat. Rampal Singh Gill. Amrit Singh Randawa. Mohammed Al-Abdullah. Hassan Salih Alanese. Saif Al-Husani. Abdullah Nabil Al-Fahad.
We will now present the candidates for the baccalaureate degree. Will all the candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree please rise? Okay. President Kester, I have the honor of presenting to you the undergraduate class of 2011 from the College of Engineering and Computer Science. These candidates have completed their requirements for the degree, and they've been recommended for their degrees by the faculty of California State University, Northridge.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty of California State University, Northridge, and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the California State University, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science with all of the rights, all of the honors, and most especially all of the responsibilities. Congratulations, and you may now be seated once again.
Thank you, President Kester. Now we invite the candidates for the Bachelor's of Science degree to come forward to the stage, and please follow the directions of the marshals and come forward with your name card. Now, as you return to your seats, you will receive a special token of our appreciation. And once you return to your seats, we ask that you please remain there until the conclusion of the ceremony. Candidates from computer science, from mechanical engineering, and from manufacturing systems engineering and management should come forward to the ramp on your left when directed by the marshals. And candidates from electrical and computer engineering and from civil engineering and applied mechanics should come forward to the ramp on your right when directed by the marshals.
Presenting the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Computer Science and degree of Bachelor of Science in Computer Information Technology. Please have your name cards ready and proceed across the stage as your name is read.
Presenting the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering and the degree of Bachelor of Science in Computer Engineering.
Brian William Harrington.
Danilo M. Abrenica, Jr.
Richard Craig Rosevear.
Mary Maruchan.
Samira Roy.
Shake Babujan.
Eliud Mangia Garcia.
Savanj Bahadur.
Ivan Ilich Poma.
Yuri Natalia Gutierrez.
Diana Alejandra Rico.
Michael Christian Phillips.
Michael William Long.
Christopher Mark Osinski.
Jane Hazel Gonzalez.
David Robert Prince.
Milagro Madrano.
Garrett Kyle Leonard.
Daniel Philippe Seri.
Pojin Wong.
Roland Lee Hearn.
James Reed Brooks.
Barack Brian Caravani.
Jalal Alam Zazeh.
Robert Sarkis Nishanian.
Bhavik Hatesh Patel.
Vahe Margusian.
Varun Bahri.
Alexander David.
Nasser Aswaina.
Kristen Maureen.
Imran Koman Chowdhury.
Elliot Masor.
Ricardo Sandoval.
Dennis Lee So.
Peter Cameron Beal.
Donald Benjamin Foster.
Michael Brian Goldman.
John Patrick Rogers.
Calvin J. Clark.
Rafi Karabijian.
Ain Christopher Schroeder.
Andrea Kilka.
Igor Kavaluk.
Eli Boutrous.
Ivan Ivaniuk.
Christopher Mark Hermans.
Arman Asayan.
Alex Insovich.
Vahe Karapetian.
Andrew Eugene Miley.
Francisco Jose Molina.
Rudy Navarro.
Jonathan Rubia Anoglug.
Aaron Matthew Wagner.
Gary Douglas Lopez.
Surapong Plianchao.
Arturo Gonzalez.
Kevin Bao Lee.
Sadhu Balde.
Abel Allison Sila.
Roberto Zendejas.
Kenneth T.C. Tran.
Matthew Curtis Kiyawa.
Ryan E. Kaiser.
Stephen Ryan Riffle.
Kyung Park.
Raul Eliseo Choco.
Melissa Delgado.
Andrew Robert Purcell.
Mark Eugene Grunwald.
Robert Charles Strathler.
Jason Howard Roschke.
Ryan Paul Gumban Jiz.
Jason Leon Giro.
Joshua P. Quirong.
David Druss.
Harinda Ruwala.
Sarkis Sam Karsisian. Garen Katukian.
Ilhan Troklomas.
Sivag Simonian.
Reda Salawi.
Hekab Barbarian.
Tomas Laszlo Sikle.
David Stepanian.
Long Kim Wen.
Nasser Alfiez.
Hassam Rabati.
Adwan Alsharmari.
Masa B. Kalum.
Charles Frederick Kosinski.
Ari Jam Mahupur.
Michael Suzuki.
Jan Eduardo Detaro Bicani.
Hangul Lim.
Marshall Jose Jr.
Jerry Sun.
Gregory Thomas Berger.
Matthew Everett Hogan.
Farid Goshan.
Arvin Forotan.
Ryan Paul Atkins.
And now presenting candidates for mechanical engineering. Robert McAfee.
Emil Baudot.
Scott Joseph Litton.
Civil Engineering and Applied Mechanics.
Joseph Paul Brenson.
Yaniv Ashlam Eliezer.
Jesse Cordero.
Sean Badavian.
Bruce Rivera.
Herman Chotsky.
Caitlin Kirk.
Joel Ortiz.
Michael Dame.
Anna Teplaskaya.
Giovanni Tello.
Ciara Rose Grayson.
Anthony Ionano.
Charlene Ann Brigodet.
Mario Olguin.
Yesenia Contreras.
Nicholas Kiawa.
Amir Sheikh.
Andrew Gabler.
Farbod Yoshi.
Aaron Ferber.
Pooja Rabaran.
Andrew Sawin.
Arit Chandra.
Michael Salem.
Ron Nevar.
Anton Bukart.
Akmal Wardak.
Thomas Dikier.
Joshua Marcus Lucavia.
Rio de los Santos.
Shahab Joseph Shaolian.
Siavash Kadimi.
Evan Drew Flickinger.
Eli Atarian.
John Paul Mitchell.
Elizabeth Hernandez.
Melissa Renee Abert.
Justin Scott Larson.
Sarah Youssef.
Mitchell Johnson.
Marco Jujitsu Chujas.
Nicholas Silveri.
Christopher Alberto Guerra.
Michael Capellan.
Kiyoshi Jafet Carrillo.
John Pinpin.
Ayman Fadi Schmidt.
Mike Clark.
Carlo Zamayan.
Edgar Jaime.
Emmanuel James Davis.
Keith Wright.
Nazar Nick Abrahamian.
Ali Akabandi.
Aram Arakelian.
Muhammad Al-Abdullah.
Zareth Chakavaladian.
Dustin Kang.
Julio Cesar Adrino.
Lee Uyen.
Michael Perez.
Sean Kirkhoff.
Austin Lyle Martin.
Rena Tran.
Param Salchian.
David Weisbach.
Claire Celis de Samparo.
Steve Shenver.
Salaiman Asalaiman.
Renato Gonzalez.
Jeffrey James Norman.
John Kalut.
Juliana Elizabeth Kristen Colwell.
Brian Zubiate.
Jerry Lee Purser.
Singkang Pao.
Jason Mandeep Chana.
Samuel Lee.
Alex Scott Thibodeau.
Rome Kenmapo.
Oscar Cardenas.
Joseph Portillo.
Mario A. Correas.
Ahmed Aromedin.
Ernest Christopher Sanchez.
Voltaire Isaac Lebron.
Juan Francisco Montalvo.
Joseph Horvath.
Armando Espinosa Honorio.
Michael Cowhick.
David A. Yule.
Ara Mkhtarian.
Margarita Barrea.
Mike Huerta.
Eduardo Hernandez.
Mario Servin.
Luis Hernandez.
Raul Alvarez.
Andres Mata.
Manuel Hernandez.
Jesus Alvarado Bermudez.
Stephen Valadez.
Marcus Antoine Williams.
And now, Manufacturing Systems Engineering and Management.
Fahoud Asgaratur Abadi.
Vadi Shah.
Kishosho Kadim.
Aldo Morales.
Shant Hamarachian.
Omer Animak.
Masis Kilyasarian.
Tuan Din.
Jeffrey Aguilar.
Hyman Samiadel.
Jose Francisco Villaseñor.
Stephen Herrera.
Jacqueline Desiree Mendoza.
Hiddesu Gandhi.
Ryan Husbands. Michael Rafael Sosa. Hussein Amin Bizarth. Benjamin James Bell. Shaibu John Onasesian. Sarkis H. Hakobchan. J. Michael Kurian. Blake Bradford Mays. Dominic Abira Santiago. Franco Lu Tapayongyang Witangya. Tanat Satikit. An Kwa Fem. Chris Ashad Tufakinjian. Roman P. Lugo. Christina Noki. David Roy Fong.
Congratulations. Will all recipients for the Bachelor of Science degree please rise? Will all recipients for the Bachelor of Science degree please rise? The placement of the tassel on the mortarboard is an established part of the academic tradition. The student who has not yet earned a degree wears the tassel on the right side. When the degree is conferred, the scholar moves the tassel to the left side and joins a select company of highly educated men and women. Will all the recipients of the baccalaureate degree please move your tassel to the left? Thank you. Please be seated. Today's graduation marks your entry into the Alumni Association. And here this afternoon to welcome you to the Cal State Northridge Alumni Association is our alumnus, Nicholas Dominskis. Nicholas graduated from CSUN with a bachelor's degree in computer science with a GPA of 3.9 in 2009. Nicholas was in the United States Air Force with the rank of Staff Sergeant and received the Air Force Commendation Medal for meritorious service. I'm particularly proud of the fact that he started his career at Amgen through our college's signature honors co-op program, and Nicholas is currently the Global Commercial Operations Information Systems Manager, as well as a project manager for breakawayfromcancer.com. Nicholas.
On behalf of over 200,000 alumni, and under the authority of the Board of Directors of Cal State Northridge Alumni Association, it is my pleasure to formally welcome you as alumni of our great university, Cal State University Northridge. This day represents a culmination of several years of hard work and perseverance on your behalf. And we are honored at the Alumni Association to partake in this day with you, your family, and your friends. The word commencement is synonymous with Genesis. It means a time of beginning, the beginning of your careers, the beginning of your professional accomplishments, perhaps beginning of more education for you. And it is in this context that it also marks the beginning of an enduring relationship between you and Cal State Northridge. And now it is my pleasure to inform you that you may add the title of alumnus or alumna to your name, as you are now eligible for membership in the Cal State Northridge Alumni Association. Congratulations.
Thank you, Nicholas. Graduates, you've just joined the distinguished group of the alumni of the College of Engineering and Computer Science at Cal State Northridge. We are really proud of your achievements and the recognition that you brought to your college. Your education positions you to uniquely lead the way and address the emerging challenges that we face in the world today. As graduates from this college, you will design, solve, arrange, model, and build for the real beneficiaries, which is the world and everything in it. Indeed, as the National Academies of Engineering noted, no profession unleashes the spirit of innovation like ours. Few have such a direct and positive impact on people's everyday lives. We are counting on engineers and their imaginations to help us meet the needs of the 21st century. Our message to you is very simple. Start by doing what is necessary, then do what is possible, and suddenly you'll find yourself doing the impossible. Be bold, be brave, and don't be afraid to dream. And remember, the best way to predict the future is to create it. Congratulations. At this time, I would like to recognize the parents, grandparents, spouses, children, families, and friends of the graduates. You have supported your graduates financially and emotionally throughout their college careers. Please join me in expressing our appreciation. Also this time, I would like to thank our University Jazz A Band under the direction of Professor Matt Harris and singer Amina Khawaja for the talent they brought to our celebration. I would also like to thank all members of the campus community, including the Commencement and Honors Convocation Committee, the departments, the faculty, the staff, and the students who worked for the last year to make today's ceremony an outstanding success. Ladies and gentlemen, before we get to the end of today's ceremony, I would like to take a special moment to thank a special graduate who's none other than our esteemed president, Dr. Jolene Kester. Dr. Kester announced 2 weeks ago that she is retiring, did I say retiring? No, graduating from the presidency at Cal State Northridge in December of 2011. Dr. Kester has been a wonderful president who's made enormous contributions to the students at California State University Northridge, the quality of our academic programs, and indeed our relationships with the greater community, nationally and internationally. Your style of leadership has touched everyone at CSUN, Jolene, and across the system, and will be sorely missed. On behalf of the students, the faculty, and the staff in the College of Engineering and Computer Science, thank you, President Kester. We wish you the very, very best. Thank you so much, President Kester, and thank you, audience, for your generosity. Before we officially close the ceremony, I ask that all the students rise for our university alma mater, Hail to the Matadors, under the musical direction of Professor Matt Harris and the Jazz A Band, and performed by Amina Khawaja. After the alma mater is concluded, please remain by your seats until the platform party and faculty have recessed. We ask that all parents and guests please remain seated until the end of the recessional. Immediately following the ceremony, the College of Engineering and Computer Science will be hosting a reception for our graduates and their guests in Cypress Hall, directly south of our commencement ceremonies. We request that all of you join us. Amina.
Hail to